right, welcome to another episode of Piecing It Together, the podcast where we take a look at a new movie and try to figure out what movies might have inspired it. And today on the show, we are live from Downtown Cinemas for the 40th anniversary of The Last Dragon. So we're going to take a look at this one and talk about some movies that might have inspired it, as well as, since it's 40 years old, some movies that it might have inspired. And joining me to help do that is Jason Harris, Mikey VIP, and Tab Lloyd. We had a great time over there at Downtown Cinemas. Thank you to Downtown Cinemas for having us out. And we have a lot of puzzle pieces to talk about on this one and a lot of interruptions from my mom, but you'll hear that very soon. So, with that said, let's get into today's conversation about The Last Dragon. All right, so we're going to start this podcast. I'm David Rosen, the host of the Piecing It Together podcast. We're going to talk about The Last Dragon, but first, I've got to introduce my guests here, starting off with Jason Harris right here to my right. Introduce yourself, Jason.
Who's the master?
Show.
Jason is...
They said that, all I could think of is master.
Your mom's starting early.
Hey, Mom, we're recording a podcast here.
I mean, if you listen to Dave's podcast, I think you know me at this point. I'm on all the time. It's Jason Harris, co-host of Awesome Movie Year, filmmaker, comedian, and that's what we'll go with today.
That sounds like you to me. Tab Lloyd, first time on the show. Happy to have you here. Introduce yourself.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Tabloid, actress, comedian, porn star.
All right.
No, I'm just kidding. Corn star.
There's a lot of corn.
We all love corn around here.
Right?
Yeah. Well, I'm happy to have you on the show, Tab. Thanks so much for doing it. It's going to be great tonight. Mikey VIP back on the show. Introduce yourself to everyone.
Mikey VIP. I'm a DJ and a nice guy if you get to know me. You know?
I've always said that. Yeah.
That's about it.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to get into this movie here, and we'll get into some like puzzle pieces in a minute. But first, I haven't seen this movie since like high school. How are we all? Are we all big fans?
Minute. Like, how old are you? Because I was in high school when I first saw the movie. When it first aired.
Okay, no, I'm 45.
Came late to it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I was in the ninth grade
When it came out.
when the movie came out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did
So
you
that's
actually
how
get to
old
see it
I am.
at that time?
I saw it at that time.
Oh my God. Okay,
And
so tell us how
I
that
have not
was.
seen it until today. So
Oh, you haven't seen
Yeah.
it since then until today.
Since then, correct.
Do you remember? Like, did you love it back then? Was it?
Of course I did.
Yeah, I
'cause
mean,
he
it's-
was a cute guy.
Yeah, love that too. Yeah, absolutely.
What was his name? Timex or something?
T-Mac.
T-Mac. Yeah. What about you guys? Fans of it?
So I'm even later to the jump. I had a whole series of like 80s classics that I never saw for some reason. I've seen plenty of 80s movies growing up, but I had never seen it, and I watched it a few years ago, and I was like, yeah, of course I'm in love with this movie. And
Yeah.
It was just as enjoyable right now, so I really like it. It's really fun. That was my daughter's first time seeing it. Scarlett, did you like it? Thumbs up from my kiddo. Yeah.
There you go. We like thumbs ups around here. How about you, Mikey?
I've been watching it since I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I was telling my friends, I was like, this is like the first time I've really watched and not went to the bathroom or changed it or commercial maybe.
Background
break up,
watch
you
or
know.
whatever.
But I'm like watching it now. I'm like, this is horrible.
Correct.
It's fantastic.
It's nostalgia, but it's like, oh my God.
I was in love with this. Yeah.
No,
the
man.
dance scenes and stuff. You're looking at the extras. It's like, what are they doing?
It's fantastic.
It's
Are
wonderful.
they even dancers? Like, I ain't gonna lie. I did a little recap and watched some of the cookies or whatever on YouTube.
Yeah.
And it's funny to see. Shonuff was a martial artist,
Yeah.
and the other guy didn't know how to act.
Yeah.
So like they're really pushing this to make it work. And Denzel tried out for it, and Wesley's tried out for it, and it's just wild.
I mean, there's
So Dion Cole got the job. Like,
That looks just like Dion.
Yeah, I mean it is. I mean it is kind of pulled together by just like a whole bunch of strings that like probably shouldn't work. It shouldn't be as fun as it is. I mean, we all had fun with it. Even if Mikey was like, "This movie sucks."
No,
but,
I loved it.
Yeah,
I
okay.
love to.
You're
pick
just
it
like, this is
apart as
bad,
a
but I
fan.
love it.
I mean, how many movies, especially from the 80s, where you had that straight-to-video kind of
Yeah,
decade?
blockbuster night, baby.
You could
Yeah.
get away with stuff like this.
Totally.
And some of them broke through. Like, I mean, Bloodsport's not that different than
Sure.
this, right? And it's another fantastic movie where you're like, if you broke it down, you'd be like, ugh.
I'm glad you mentioned something because I was like, I gotta mention Jim Cotta. Do you guys remember Jim Cotta?
I love Jim Cotta.
I've watched that so many times,
but
and it's
fantastic,
horrible.
yeah.
But I had it on VHS, and I watched it repeatedly
But this was not
without knowing what it was called.
But this was not one of those movies that went straight from theater to
No,
video.
this was big time.
This was the deal.
This
was
stayed
a
in the
mu-
theaters for
yeah.
a while. I remember seeing it in the ninth grade, and then it was still in theaters when I repeated the ninth grade.
And then to the beat of the red
Which
about the
time?
night,
All three
everywhere.
times?
That was everywhere.
Well, I love that we got Jim Cotta in here already talking about other movies. So we're going to talk about some movies that may have inspired this. We're going to talk about some movies that this inspired, since it's an older film, and usually on this show we're just talking about what might have inspired it. We're going to go like kind of both ways with this. So just everybody, when you're introducing a movie that you want to kind of bring up, just say whether or not you think it inspired it or the other way around. But I guess let's start getting into some of these things, and there's so many different ways we could go. I'm going to start with one that I think might have inspired it, and that's going to be Dolemite, as far as Rudy Ray Moore and just the complete insane, ridiculous, over the top, like karate, kung fu movies, and the way that this dude took those movies and just made the most ridiculous stuff out of it, and everything was shown off, and all this stuff I think harkens back to that. And then if you go through all of Rudy Ray Moore's films, where he's just getting deeper and deeper into it, and all of his people are just kind of like letting him just go nuts with it, because it also continues after 1985 into like Disco Godfather, and like he's got a few other films, and they're all just completely insane and so much fun.
Is that a B movie or is that a?
It's
what is that- what
it's
is
a
it
B
called?
movie for sure.
It would be a Tubi movie today.
Yeah,
It would be a
sure.
Tubi movie today, but what did they have them for the black movies back in the day? What were they called?
It's blaxploitation. The
Black
whole genre
exploitation,
is
yes,
kind
that's
of
what I'm
like
thinking
that,
of.
Yeah.
But, so.
Yeah, and I think this would be considered in that, in that genre
But
for sure.
if for Rudy Ray Moore, you'd have to be like, Dave thinks his piece is cool, but now he's over here acting a fool, right? So,
Jason, let's go to one from you.
okay, my first piece, I'm gonna go a little different for the ones that inspired it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give you bigger pieces, and my first one is Walter Hill, the director of The Warriors.
I knew you were going to bring this
Yeah,
up.
because this is the Warriors is like, the rival gangs that are like, are they tough? Are they hokey? What is going on here?
Yeah.
They all have the same look. And then after that, I think you could also go to Streets of Fire,
Yes.
which is an insane film from the year before.
Hey, I was gonna
84.
say that. I'm just playing. I'm not gonna say.
But I mean, that's got the Walter Hill like gangs of the future, and there's a musical lead character who gets kidnapped and they have to save her, and there's all this musicality against the backdrop of it's a totally different urban landscape, but it's so unique. I love all that Walter Hill gritty stuff from that time period.
Yeah.
So Walter Hill's my first piece.
I love it, and I'm glad you brought it up too, because like your daughter's here, and like when I first watched those movies, like going through my mind was like, was this cool or was it always just insane and ridiculous?
I think it was all right.
Right, yeah. So like that's what I got out of those movies. I think I'm imagining what was going through her mind watching this right now, and it's probably like, this is completely insane. What does my dad drag me to?
No, I tapped her during the thing, and I was like, the 80s were nuts to me. So, so they were, everyone was on cocaine apparently. But
Yeah.
no, but I mean, even going back to Walter Hill, Warriors, come out and play. What's the difference between that and who's the master showing
Totally.
off, right? Or,
Yeah.
can you dig it?
All the
That's the main
costumes.
guy
Yeah.
right there. That's who I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Love it, love it. Tab, how about you?
It took me back to Beach Street and breakdancing.
Sure.
I don't know why. I mean, the whole time I'm watching, I was like, oh, I remember Beach Street and breakdance. Oh, and then Golden Child.
Okay.
With
Okay.
Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
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 I want the
And-
knife.
And Beat Street, I think this director also did a bunch of other stuff too within kind of the genre as well.
So I was thinking Wild Style, Crush Groove.
Sure.
She's
Right.
got the dance
Yeah.
side, and there's the dance side and
The beginning of
rap
hip hop
side, it's
and
all-
the
it's all
cruise
there.
and
Yeah.
the biker look.
It's always a battle.
Yeah.
leather. lot of
Everything's a
leather.
battle. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Absolutely. Let's go to you, Mikey. What do you got?
I'm gonna get you, sucker.
Yeah, that's on my list as well. Absolutely.
It just seemed like there was so many characters and that was that time period, and there was stick up man and bad guys and good guys, and you know, it definitely gave me that vibe.
Yeah, yeah. And when I say that I haven't seen this movie since like high school, I'm gonna get you Sucka. I watched like dozens of times, and like that was the one I kept going back to. I should have been mixing it up and going back to this one too because it's just so much fun. But that movie is so funny. And just a few years later, so I think 100%, they were probably Keenan Ivory Wayans was like, you know, somebody already did martial arts. Let's go and do action movie, but blaxploitation. So yeah,
Because I'm thinking of the whole time watching this, I'm like, why didn't somebody spoof this movie yet?
yeah.
There's so many funny parts.
This is the spoof.
This is the
Yeah.
spoof before the spoof.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I like Mikey's point about all the side characters because that's what adds so much flavor.
Sure.
Where it's the the Asian guys rapping,
Right,
and playing
right.
dice, or the family and little Rudy. Tab and I were excited to see Keisha and I pulling him in there and everything.
Yeah.
But then even the ring of bad guys at the end,
Yeah.
they all look like characters from my next puzzle piece, which is video games.
Well, you know what? This does have a very. I mean, he's talking about getting to the next level and all that kind of stuff. In the
It
'80s,
felt like a
everything
video
was
game.
video games. in
Mortal
the 80s.
Kombat.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, something.
A lot of that stuff. So yeah. Well, you're going to. I think it was '89. I'm going to get you Sucka, and this is '85. I'm going to go right in the middle. Another spoof with Spaceballs for my next one because the Schwartz was in you the whole time, and I got that medallion in a
biblical.
Cracker Jack box. You know
Very
that whole
biblical
thing.
if you think about it. I am. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, that you got to learn through that path and everything like that. And so, yeah, and as far as spoof movies goes, I mean, come on, you go to Mel Brooks, you go to Keenan Ivory Wayans and In Living Color and all that kind of stuff. It all kind of comes around, all kind of goes in a big pot of just the funniest stuff like imaginable.
So how excited are you about Spaceballs 2?
Not at all.
Not really.
Oh,
We're
live
in
it.
a-
Live it.
You know
Enjoy
what?
it.
I should say The Naked Gun this year was really, really funny. So maybe there's a
It
small.
was very forgettable, but it was enjoyable.
Saw it with us.
Yeah, you didn't like it, right? Yeah, I thought it was funny.
It was
But-
enjoyable, but it was
some fun-
forgettable.
There
I
was,
agree
there
with
was some
that.
funny moments.
Well, I think we're just like we've been in a post spoof moment for so long where like they just don't work anymore, and that one worked for me.
Insert Marlon
I'm
Wayans.
going to go even further. It's been a post-comedy world, especially
Yeah,
in
kinda.
theaters. So what I was telling Tab when we saw Naked Gun is I still think they're playing it safe to get people back in, but we need like that kind of balls to the wall stuff, like Step Brothers and
Right.
everything like that. So,
I mean, that would be great, absolutely.
But does everything have to be a remake or?
Nah,
just
apparently it
looks like
does.
Or we
This
not
Friday
that
coming
creative? I
soon.
mean, AI can help you. Like we don't have to be
hey,
subject to repeating movies and just leave it alone. Like,
So you're not excited
tough.
about the next Friday movie?
I mean,
I'm not.
no, I'm,
Nah.
I'm with Tab. I'm more excited that Sinners and One Battle After Another came out this year.
Sinners
We're
was
getting,
good.
Like nuts.
well, I
crazy.
loved Good Fortune this past weekend. That's an original movie, and it bombs like fucking crazy.
I
So
went and saw the DiCaprio movie.
That's the one I'm talking about.
What's it
that
called
was
again?
amazing.
One Battle After Another.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
And it was cool. I read it as a comedy. Where I watched it, it said comedy.
Yeah, it's a comedy.
That is
but
not
that's like a
comedy.
weird 2.5 hour
No.
comedy. You know, it's
I'm
not
waiting
like,
for this hardy hard. I'm like, this is not. No,
Last Dragon.
sorry.
Jason,
I
let's go to
digress.
another one for
All
you.
right, I'll do a. So I'm gonna go back further, and then I'm gonna come back again. But
This
one
is
of-
complicated.
Yeah, one of my favorite
Back to the
movies
Future.
of all time, and you see like the gnarliness and the grittiness of New York City is Dog Day Afternoon.
Okay.
And every character, is. I like the flamboyance of certain characters in this. It reminded me of Dog Day Afternoon. And I thought, just the idea of who's good, who's evil. I mean, obviously in this one we know who's good, but who isn't also good and everything. I just kind of like that kind of gritty New York feel, even though this is like the Hollywoodized version of it.
Yeah, that's really interesting, and like it feels so on the other end of what this movie is. But as far as like that setting and all that kind of stuff,
I think that's what they're, kind of looking at. Like, hey, we have, the kung fu movies. Obviously,
Yeah.
we're gonna set it in New York with all these interesting characters, which is a Lumet thing that
Sure.
not that he's the only one to do it. But I thought the characters, like in Dog Day, had real personalities, and you could see that here as well.
yeah, no, there's so many great personalities in this. But how about you, Tab?
I'm still stuck on when we were kids. We thought Apollonia and Vanity were the
Yes.
same people.
Yeah,
And,
huh?
like, and watching her today was like, how did we think that? Like, because the acting is
Mid.
mid, yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess when we were younger, we could not tell them apart. Like, I guess all white women looked alike to us. So,
They're not white.
well, they're not black.
Light skin is white.
They're not
mixed.
black. They're not
Yeah.
black. They're Hispanic or Cuban or
something.
Puerto Rican. or
Someone pull up
something.
Wikipedia. Let's find
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, please tell me what Apollonia was.
Can I jump in on top of that? 'Cause
Sure.
Don't jump on top of them.
I
Your
wrote,
daughter's here.
I wrote Purple Rain down.
Oh, right.
And that goes to my bigger second piece of the entire year of 1984, which we covered on Awesome Movie Year. You got that kind of fortune cookie, shop or Asian mythicality, which brought me to Gremlins.
Sure, yeah.
Apollonia and, Vanity is the exact same thing, like you're saying. Footloose clearly is influence on this with, the dancing and everything. So, and I had already mentioned Streets of Fire.
Sure,
so I
yeah,
thought
yeah.
they basically took all the pieces, and Karate Kid also, right, of 84. Other than
Well-
Ghostbusters, they really kind of blew out this 1984
And
to one
we're
thing.
talking about it being
come out in 85?
84.
This was
85?
85. Yeah, all that stuff was 84. And isn't that what spoof movies do? They look at what was popular like the past year or two and then just put it into a big pot.
I don't think this is a spoof movie, though. Do you think it's a
No, it
spoof
wasn't.
movie?
No,
Yeah.
I don't know. It kind of is.
No, I don't
This
think
was
so. at
Berry
all.
Gordy's
From
vision.
what? Yeah. I think this was just a Berry Gordy project.
Yeah.
They said, let's do it. I like
Put
it.
our
Let's do it. I'll
music
put my
in
name on
it and-
Yeah, let's give it to like the young
But there was only one number one song through the whole movie.
DeBarge.
Yeah.
That
Everybody
song,
else, you was like, who is that?
it's still so much better than the rest of
They
them.
tried to
other
blow up
than-
that fire
I like
song
the-
real good, did they?
Yeah, they tried.
I
yeah.
like the Asian rappers doing sukiyaki.
That was a
chop
good
up
track.
it up or
I like
whatever
that.
it was, so.
It was a great soundtrack all around.
That's heard on the soundtrack.
Lots of good stuff.
But that's not one of those soundtracks that you play
No,
at home.
not
Like,
at all.
A lot of skips
Like,
on that.
Just DeBarge.
Yeah, just the bars. Yeah, the rest of it
that
was
single.
fun in the movie. But
Did
yeah.
you get the single from the movie? Yeah, I got the
yeah,
single.
absolutely.
cassette.
Mikey, let's go to one from you over there.
I'm gonna cheat and say Enter the Dragon.
Yeah, I mean, come on, of course.
All
Somebody
the
had to
karate
bring it up.
movies, the final whatever they were. I mean, I used to watch all the Bruce Lee movies, Fist of Fury, and definitely all the Bruce Lee movies. That was just like a low hanging fruit, But I don't know. There's all the karate movies, Big Trouble Little China, but that's all later on,
after,
and So I see the influences they stole from, but I don't know. I'm just appalled by the acting.
I think if they redo The Last Dragon, it should be with RuPaul, Last Dragon.
That's hilarious.
Oh,
Like
okay.
watching
I'm with
watching Vanity be such a what's the word on it? Got to be careful nowadays. Predator. She was like very
older
much
than he-
like she was
yeah.
hounded, old boy. She was like, "What you say about life? I got to give this to you. It's like a rule. I got to give you something now." And she was hawking him down. She loved
It was
him.
a different time. It was the 80s,
And the notorious lip biter.
So Trump, so it's okay?
Not quite.
Was she the notorious lip biter of all time? Like that was such her
There's
move.
a lot of lip biting going on.
Her move was
For
crazy.
sure. I will go away from movies for a second and bring up the Wu-Tang Clan because we're at an intersection of hip-hop culture, New York City, kung fu movies, black culture, just like all this stuff mixed together in a pot. And I mean, that's the Wu-Tang Clan, And
I like it.
I mean,
Karate.
I think we're inspired by all this kind of stuff,
In the theater scene in the beginning, when
Yeah.
Show Enough comes up, I was waiting for people to start walking down the aisles, and I thought you were gonna have some elaborate stuff set up and
That'd have been
some
nice.
choreography down here.
That could have been fun.
We'll make it happen for the 50th.
Can I ask, since my daughter is here, Scarlett, who is Wu-Tang for?
The children.
You're not Scarlett. though. Come on.
I'm sorry.
Jeez, Mom.
Come on, let the kid answer.
Mom knows everything.
You're-
I like
She
mom.
notes.
Yeah.
Me and my daughter have a
has
Wu-Tang
my mom
handshake.
been good so far during this?
Satisfactory.
I don't think so.
Wu-Tang is for the
She's part of the show, though.
All right.
I'm loving the support though.
Yeah, I know, of course.
The crowd is part of the show.
Jason, one more from you.
Okay, let's just run off some things that it influenced. Obviously, his outfit at the beginning is Uma Thurman's outfit in Kill Bill, right? So you gotta.
I mean,
That's a clear.
Goes back to Bruce
homage,
Lee,
right?
too, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So right, so
Yeah.
you can put the before and the after,
Sure.
which I also did
Who
with.
wore it best?
Yeah, true. Good
Probably
question.
Bruce
Who
Lee.
wore it
Well,
best?
Uma looks great.
Yeah,
in
Uma
it,
does
yeah,
look
so-
good.
But I'm just it was
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
of those moments.
Yeah. I think I put Little Shop of Horrors down both as a before and after because the girlfriend, with the voice over here, that's like very, that
Madonna, Cyndi Lauper.
yeah, all that stuff's there. So that show came out before, right? And the abusive boyfriend that she has to stick with to like kind of like just get by. But the movie came out a couple years after, and
Sure.
even the set of the movie looked kind of reminded.
It has
me of
that
this.
vibe, yeah,
So,
absolutely.
and then lastly, the bad guy totally, I think, influenced Cyrus. Was it Cyrus the Virus, the bad guy in RoboCop?
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
So even the look, the talking.
No, that's Clarence Bodiger.
Yes,
Right.
yeah.
The
Cyrus the Virus.
Cyrus the Virus is from
Face Off?
Con Air.
Oh, see, I
Con Air. Thank you.
Clarence.
I smoke weed
Okay,
too. I
cool.
remembered.
Yeah, there you go. That's who it was.
The bitches leave.
Bitches leave. Yeah, one of the best villains ever, and I love this guy too. I mean, in a movie was shown enough to still be able to stand out and be like another great villain. I mean, that's
Yeah.
pretty damn good. So
Definitely could have had a sequel. We could have stretched
Laster
this.
Dragon.
the last,
The lastest.
the lastest dragons. Tab, one more from you.
I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna pivot over to Shonup's costume.
Mm-hmm.
Those were just football pads.
Yep.
Like
Uh-huh.
they were
Yeah,
pretty
painted.
much.
Like, and I was fascinated.
That
with
might have
the
been
whole
material on 'em.
art of the costumes when I was younger, and then to see it today and see that it's just shoulder pads from football. Yeah.
And I think that goes back to what Jason was saying with the Walter Hill stuff, like where it's just these guys just show up wearing whatever, like, and it just looks ridiculous and insane.
I also think because they had some, the guys body slamming them. There's some probably pro wrestlers there, like the Road Warriors in the '80s. That they were so huge, and that's what they wore to the ring. Were
Yep,
like
with the
football
spikes on 'em.
shoulder pads and everything.
Yeah, they were definitely inspired by this for sure. Mikey, one more over there.
I'm gonna double down on the video game stuff, like
Yeah,
Double Dragon, and like there was a whole lot of noises that were video gamey, and the leveling up and all that stuff. This is me saying I didn't really have a fourth one.
No, that's okay. We'll take it. We'll take it. It was good.
Yeah, video games.
I want to see if anybody in the audience has anything. Mom, let's let you go first and get it out of your system.
Okay. Jim Cotta, the guy who starred in it, they trained in Bartonsville, Pennsylvania at International Gymnastics. Who went to International Gymnastics when he was 4 or 5 years old? Who was the worst
If it's
athlete?
if it's
Him.
Dave, we
He
got to
went.
see a move.
Hey,
Show us
see,
the
the-
somersault, Dave.
It was
So-
the blonde guy. Either
Van Damme?
Thomas or
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
John. I don't know. One
No,
of the blonde
it-
guys
No,
was
it's me.
Gymnast. It was the
It's me.
gymnast.
That's
the
it.
gymnast, and he was always jumping over things. They trained at this fabulous.
And where was
camp
this?
that
I
Batwoman
guess I
went
missed it in
Okay.
translation.
It's- she's just
they kept
relating it to
talking
Dave.
She's
about
relating it to the fact that he trained at the gym that the
My other point,
yeah, karate
Chinese
place.
connection is all they kept saying. But when we saw it always paired with Fists of Fury,
uh-huh.
and they didn't mention that at all. Did the old guy say you must learn or I must learn? Because you must learn is KRS. So I wasn't sure where that came
You-
from.
Bringing it
Must
back to more
learn.
hip hop.
And I really felt that Shomnuff's costume, as you were pointing out, I'm thinking of Thriller. Because
Okay.
Thriller came out 2 years or 3 years before.
Sure.
Because you were 2 years old when Thriller came out.
Yeah, and I was thinking of
And so
the
this
Bad
you were
music
5 years
video
old.
too.
So
The
I'm
beginning
thinking
of
of
it.
Michael
This is after,
Jackson.
yeah.
Leather and chains.
Those are my notes for tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Mom.
Thank you very much, Mom. We appreciate all those notes.
Wu-Tangs for the children.
Any of the other 20 people in here?
Yeah, any of you guys out there, all
we
those
have
people?
somebody right here.
Okay, there we go.
So one that inspired it, or it inspired, is Black Dynamite.
Black
Right.
Dynamite
Oh,
rules.
Michael
Yeah.
J. White.
I mean, it's kind of a cheat because he flat out said it was a huge inspiration for the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So no.
But I love that
I
movie.
have it. I have it.
So
Yeah.
good.
They're just gonna have a
Mom, I
conversation.
like that mom has seen everything and knows everything.
Oh yeah, of course.
You don't know half.
We
You don't
love
want to even
Black
go there.
Dynamite.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
then the fight choreographer for The Last Dragon is Ernie Reyes Sr.,
Mm-hmm.
who started a martial arts school that's, I think, worldwide at this point. And they had his son in his very first movie role in The Last Dragon. Ernie Reyes Jr. played the little kid.
Oh really?
He was good.
He
I
played,
forget what other movies that
He
guy
played
was in.
Donatello in the first live
Yes,
action Ninja
yes.
Turtles.
Oh, the
and then he
Turtles.
played Kino, the pizza delivery guy, in Ninja Turtles 2.
Yep.
And then he was in the Rundown with The Rock and Sean William Scott. He was the
Okay.
one that just absolutely beat down The Rock.
That dude was so cool growing up.
Yeah.
Huh.
And I don't care what anyone says, Surf Ninjas.
Yep.
Both senior and junior were in that movie.
There we go.
That's cool.
I thought it was Three Ninjas, but
That
now
was,
you made me remember
No,
the
there
Surf.
is a Three Ninjas, but
No, I'm saying what him in it was Surf Ninjas. Now I'm thinking of it.
Yeah, he was in Surf Ninjas. Yeah.
Damn. Who else was in Surf Ninja? That wasn't Leslie Nielsen, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, it was.
And,
Okay. Yeah.
Roy Schneider.
And Roy Schneider. Yeah.
Schneider.
Right
Rob
on.
Schneider.
Oh, and Rob Schneider.
Totally different
Those
performance.
are totally
between those
different.
two,
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Those are two different, very, very different people. Great stuff, though. Absolutely. Mom, one more thing there.
I thought it was kind of Mortal Kombat-ish.
Well, Mikey was trying to bring up the video games, so yeah.
Okay, they were all surrounding him and all.
And that dude stole his Raiden hat. I remember that.
Yeah, absolutely. I was throw another one in, Kung Pao Enter the Fist, which is a movie that I love so much. And
Isn't that a cartoon?
no, it's a live action
Are you
movie where
thinking of
this
Kung Fu Panda?
idiot just he put himself into old martial arts movies, and so he's talking to them and fighting with them and everything, and it's amazing.
Balls of Fury.
That one's
I
not
don't
as
know. Your
good.
mom may remember this, but growing up, Saturdays and Sundays they had like Bruce Lee movies
Kung Fu Theater.
on in the afternoons, like after church and after
Yep.
we cleaned the house. It was like we could watch Bruce Lee for a couple of hours.
Yep.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
I
that.
believe it, because I mean that is just so ingrained in just everything. All culture is like
Because
just
in Michigan, we had the Canadian channels and stuff, and there would be like black and white karate movies playing sometimes.
This is a great moment. This is a complete tangent, and then we'll get back to the movie. Mom, tell us all about that video on demand service you told me about in the car today. I think everybody would like to know about this.
Yeah, because I don't
demand?
know if I saw this movie in the theater, or there was something called. Nobody here's from the East Coast, right?
I'm from Jersey, dude.
Wometco.
Detroit.
Did you ever hear of Wometco? I think it's a great fucking password. WOMETCO. It predates Prime and Amazon and Paramount.
She says in the
Plus.
70s you could rent movies through this thing called Wometco.
Yeah, because Dad brought home. You were very, very young, and Dad brought me home. I'm gonna get you Sucka.
Did you have a satellite dish?
Yeah, I guess it was some kind of box and
Yeah.
a dish, and you had to
And they
pay for the things.
Look it up. Google it. That's because I
I
said to
believe you.
him riding in the car.
We're learning
And they had
something
the
today.
Greatest movies, and it was like all genres, so you could see anything that you wanted. And
The
I thought that
bootlegs
was-
before the bootlegs.
That's right.
What did it retail for?
I think we used to pay like $20 a month, and we got
That was
a million
expensive
movies.
Back then, that's a
Y'all
lot of
were
money.
rich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You definitely had HBO.
Gym class with famous gymnasts and watching
We would have
Wometco.
had it from 80 to 83. It came out in 77. I Googled it on the car ride.
I didn't have cable till the
Can you
90s.
imagine $20?
Yeah. I mean,
I didn't either.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cable didn't come out until the 90s.
I know,
It was
right?
out in the 80s.
I didn't have HBO until
late
sheesh.
90s or something.
I don't even remember.
It's because we grew up on these streets.
No, we had
That's
cable,
right.
We had cable in the 80s. It was cool because we had it was a brown cable box with red numbers.
With the red number, yeah.
And HBO had the
Alright.
great music theme before the movies.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Great stuff. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, let's get into some closing thoughts here. Jason, what do you want to talk about?
I mean, what I want to say is like, it's so hard to capture a vibe like this in movie nowadays, and I'm wondering how that happened in the 80s. Like, I know we look back nostalgically, but we mentioned stuff like Karate Kid and even the Warriors in the late 70s. That kind of vibe. Like, how do you recapture that vibe with the film nowadays? That's what I'm wondering. Because if you could do that, I think it would just be like amazing.
Yeah, because there's a messiness, homegrown, but it's not cheap in the way that new like Tubi movies, like we were talking about earlier, are. You know what I mean? It's like it's like a movie, but it's also just thrown together by a bunch of just funny, cool people.
I can't believe none of us have clarified this as a musical.
Yeah, I mean, it basically is.
This is a musical.
Frankly, I didn't think that was.
It was trash music.
I
Except
don't
for
think
to the beat of the rhythm. But
dance music, but
it was a musical.
yeah, there's a lot of full-on songs, and it absolutely does fit as a musical as well.
I'm wondering,
so.
is like Black Dynamite the last one that kind of captured this vibe? I know that's more of a spoof, but that had that super just kind of fun, homey vibe to it.
I cannot remember Black Dynamite.
Oh,
It's very
Guess you
fun.
have to-
I'm gonna go home and look it
it's
up.
funny.
and-
Yeah, it's
Sure.
wild.
Super
YouTube.
black exploitation movie.
Yeah, it's fun.
he's
How about
still
you?
making movies. He's a big guy, and he's older. He could be at least 50 now.
Michael
And
J. White.
Michael J. White, and there aren't that many tall guys that can do those roundhouse kicks.
Mom is actually Michael J. White's manager, and so
see.
she's getting the word out right now. So, Tab, closing thoughts on the movie, Tab.
Again, when I saw the movie years ago, 40 years ago, it was in a theater full of 100 black teenagers, and we were able to sneak back in and see it again and again until our parents picked us up. The impact that it left on us is black children or black teens was that you can be on the screen and do anything.
Yeah.
And that's when I went to theater school. So movies like this inspired me.
Yeah.
Because if Vanity cannot act and she got a movie role, I'm like, I can do that. Like I could be president or something, anything.
Hell yeah.
So, but anyway, it again. I'm just reflecting on my childhood right now.
No, I love that. I love that. And like what Jason was talking about with like the 80s and how like there's just a certain vibe in the air of these movies where it's like it doesn't seem like people are doing this kind of stuff anymore. That moment in time was inspiring so many people. When we do these shows, how many 80s movies come out, no matter when the movie came out, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, now it's we're always talking about the 80s. There's just so much of that in the air. But Mikey, how about you? Closing
This
thoughts?
is just another great hip hop 80s movie to me. You know, it falls in with the breaking, electric boogaloos, the anything with rap and dancing and aspiring up and comers, but it was pretty much a Motown movie.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Just to highlight who they had. And what'd you say,
I
Mom?
didn't mean to cut you off. We met Berry at a funeral. Probably about 15.
That's not even gonna bother.
Yeah. There was this guy named. They called him Pops. His first name was Charlie, Chollly, but I don't remember his last name.
Last
He
name
did
Wilson?
All, and I mean all of the choreography for Motown.
Uh-huh.
He was Berry Gordy's right-hand guy for Stop in the Name of Love and Sugar Pie Honey. And we went to his
Could you stand up and do
Wait a
that?
minute, so for those who are listening, she just did
Choreography.
dance step choreography.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For Stop in the Name
From
of
the
Love
comfort of her
and
own
Sugar
chair.
Pie Honey Bun.
Meanwhile, Dave still hasn't done a somersault from gym class for
Right.
us.
I'll try after I finish recording.
Oh, she said he was the
He would be on
worst.
the balance beam and he would be jumping in the pit with the dirty, stinking sponge.
I never made it past the first white belt or whatever. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You were the freaking worst, and I'm saying.
And now I have a movie podcast. So
If the audience didn't hear, Dave's mom is saying that Dave was the worst gymnast that she's ever seen. And he would
And
just
she
jump
still
in
and
pits
she
of dirty
still paid for
sponges.
it.
She
Uh-huh.
was
She
no
still
Jim
paid
Cotta.
her dues. Yeah,
That's
she
right.
paid the gym fees.
well, I think we got my closing thoughts via my mom. So we're good. We're good with that. Jason, where can people find you and everything you're up to?
I'm Jason Harris Comedy on all the socials, or Jay Harris Comedy. As you know, awesome movie year. We're right in the middle of 1971, another really cool year, and just hosting a bunch of trivia nights around town. So if you got that movie trivia, come through to one. Look up the trivia party on Instagram, or just hit me up at Jason Harris.
It's amazing.
What would you do if Show Enough showed up and just started bashing tables at your trivia night?
I would say, "Oh no, not my table!"
Yes, good answer.
Why you do that?
Gotta throw that big thing of dough at him.
But I'm glad you said that. The mom at the pizza place. She was not taking it.
No, she was about to hit him with
should have
the-
just let her loose, and the movie would have ended there.
Yeah, she would have killed everybody.
It would have been cool to see her walk from behind there and lock the door. Like, now you can't leave.
Yeah.
That's the ending of Do the Right Thing. That scene.
Oh, sure, absolutely. How about you, Tab? What do you got going on?
You can follow me on all platforms, Miss Tabloid, MSTABLLOYD. I'm just doing comedy, I guess.
Yeah.
Book her.
Book her.
you.
Absolutely. Always love all your stuff online and everything. So happy to have you
you.
here.
Thank you.
So. Mikey, how about you?
MikeyVIP.com, all the socials, Mikey_VIP, and Monday night in Boulder City comedy show. We have Thursdays is my ladies' night at Hammers on Horizon in Henderson. A lot of H's there for you. Sponsored by H9015.
At the Wayne?
We do not have that one anymore. They actually closed their doors.
Yikes. Awkward ending.
I did not get
Yep,
to do
but
it. To
as
the
that door
bartender.
closed, another one opened. And
Look at God.
look at God.
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely.
But yeah, check me out. I'm willing and able if you need a DJ.
There you go.
Do you
Absolutely.
do charity work?
I do a lot.
Okay.
Yep. I work for St. Jude's and St. Jude's Hospital every beginning of school and every not Halloween, but Christmas. We give away kids stuff,
We'll talk
foster
after.
care and all that good stuff.
Beautiful. Absolutely. We will be back at Maya Cinemas on November 13th for The Running Man. We'll be posting a enter to win ticket.
Arnold
Yeah,
Schwarzenegger?
more remakes. More remakes, but it looks all right. And we will be announcing another show here at Downtown Cinemas very soon. Thank you so much to Downtown Cinemas for having us out, and thanks everybody for being here tonight.
Hi, this is Wax Trax Records here on 2909 South Decatur. We buy all your old 45s, your old albums, any type of music memorabilia. Also, we sell music memorabilia, albums, CDs, and a lot. Come on down to Wax Trax, 2909 South Decatur, or give me a call at 702-362-4300. Thank you very much.
All right, so I hope you enjoyed that conversation about The Last Dragon. Thank you so much to Downtown Cinemas for having us out. Thank you to Mikey VIP, Jason Harris, and Tab Lloyd for joining me on that one. Thanks to everyone who showed up to Downtown Cinemas. And thank you to you for listening. If you're enjoying piecing it together, make sure you are subscribed. We've got a lot of episodes on the way, and if you get subscribed, you'll find out about all the episodes as they come out. You could also follow us on social media at Piecing Pod and join our Facebook group Popcorn and Puzzle Pieces, where we continue the conversation about all the movies we talk about here on the show. Also, check out piecingpod.com to get signed up for our mailing list and find out what our next live shows will be and enter to win some tickets and all that good stuff. So lots of things to check out. But I am going to close this out with a piece of music like I always do. And I got plenty of options, I feel like, for this one. Anything from silly rap songs, digging into that part of my career, to my big, dramatic, action-packed pieces of instrumental music, to maybe some pups and all that craziness. But I'm going to go with a very early track of mine where, to kind of test myself and my abilities of becoming a composer, I tried to essentially copy... I should have written down the name of it, but the song, you'll know it immediately. The song from The Big Showdown and Kill Bill. And I put that out as a song called Confrontation on a compilation album of local bands here in Las Vegas that I produced. And I'm going to go with Confrontation because it is perfect for a big, over-the-top kung fu showdown, and I think it's a good fit for The Last Dragon. So let's go with Confrontation, and we will be back with more piecing it together real soon.
an All Points West production, produced by David Rosen in Las Vegas.